So, folks, welcome back to this Spoon TV with me, Sylvester Chirople. That's the Chief Justice, Supreme Court, House Speaker J. Franticova is now on stage.
Earlier this year, you and I had you had effort at this church. You had a profound statement, and I still remember. He says, "Sometimes we don't change the things." And I think my little theme is really here today. We go a long way in changing the things. You have demonstrated the need and desire, the instruction for one government, and you are our leader. These exchanges will be the first to be able to go a long way on the issue of coordination. I think the activities will be frank and fair, and we look forward to other individual exchanges, but we look also forward to having this interaction with you more often. I think a lot of people understood here, and they look forward. There will be a lot more interaction and coordination for the benefit of the Liberia people. Thank you. I thank my colleagues who have attended, and we look forward to a better working relationship. Congratulations to all of us.
House Speaker J. Franticova there make a statement now, turn to the Senate Pro Tempore, Senator Nobly Lawrence.
The Speaker, the Chief Justice, my distinguished colleagues, and members of the Cabinet, on behalf of the Liberian Senate, we are here once again thank you to the President for bringing the three branches together for this engagement. It is an excellent show of leadership, and we appreciate it. I want to say to you, the Liberian Senate will be committed to this coordination. It's important that we plan together, and it's important that we execute together in the interest of our country. As we leave from here, we will show that the three branches will engage constantly to make sure that we succeed with this.
Pass the mic over to the Minister of State for Residential Affairs. But
First, we recognize the Vice President, the Pro-Tem, Speaker, Chief Justice, and Associate Justices, of our senators and members of the House, of supporters, staff, and administrators. We just want to say thank you all of you for doing this amazing meeting. I think for me, this is the most important meeting to have because Erica knows that we have three branches of government. Finally, you don't need to know the structure of these entities and the responsibilities that they're and how essential they are to government. And today we met here to be able to understand some of the difficulties that we have in meeting this country. But the other way we can do that is through coordination, what we are sitting like this, understanding. And so we are very happy as we come to conclude this meeting with an understanding that the problem we have is to know that no one of our side is our requirement. The three of us. And so I want to thank all of you for your time and the willingness to come Just remember that each person who has a branch goes through the problem of answering questions because each of the branches they have the responsibility to tell the people why things are not happening. But I'm happy that you let us see to make sure that we can begin to chat a little bit and begin to relate one another much more closely. And I hope to say thank you to all of us. This is just the beginning. I think we should do this as often as possible. We shouldn't let people on social media dictate how we run our government. That's why the people with them all need to solve it. No one affects there's means. And I just want to say a very good cooperation. I understand
That's His Excellency President Joseph Newman Boakai there, concluding statement and urging leaders not to be asking, but to know exactly challenges and move on. That's why he is telling those leaders that are here attending this meeting. So folks, as you can see, you see the entire government being represented here. There you have the Vice President, the Senate Pro Tempore, Senator Nyamlika Lawrence, the Speaker, Honorable J. Furadikova, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Her Honor Shannon York. So this is the Deputy Speaker right here. Also see here. So any moment from now we'll be communicating with the Information Minister. To get details of this meeting. So we have to talk to the Information Minister to know exactly what we're discussing in the meeting and what is the outcome of the meeting. Honorable Minister, welcome to the media.
Thank you.
The President convened a meeting a few hours ago and the meeting has just ended. What was the outcome of the meeting, sir?
So this was, as we called it, a working dinner with all the branches of government, the national legislature, the judiciary, but basically the leadership. So all the individuals you saw here from the House of Representatives, they are those who are part of the leadership of the House of Representatives. Those from the Senate are also part of the leadership of the House of Senate. And then you realize the Chief Justice and the Associate Justices of the Supreme Court and some of their support staff were also here. The President thought to call this working meeting so that together seated around the same table as a government, we can figure out how to proceed with the governance process. You will realize that because there are three separate and distinct branches of government, there could be differences. I'm sure you followed the other day when the Speaker complained about budgetary support. You also heard the Chief Justice days ago complained about budgetary support. In the talk of the President, rather than having all these issues in the press and all the differences being expressed out there, it was better to sit around the same table, have dinner together, figure out how we can coordinate better as we govern the country together as a government. And each of the leaders here, whether it was the Speaker from the House, whether it was the Pro Tem from the Senate, whether it was the Chief Justice, they all brought their different issues to the table. We dialogue together, we reason together, and as you heard in their closing comments, they all agreed that as a government will work together coordinatedly to govern the country. They were all clear that elections are over. The time for elections are gone. it's time to govern, and the best way to govern is for there to be stronger coordination amongst the branches of the government. And I thought that was exactly why this working dinner was convened by the president.
Mr. Minister, you talked about senators bringing their issues. What are some of the issues?
It's about senators bringing their issues. The leadership of the legislature. Well, they just want us to liaise with each other more. I mean, for example, some are concerned that there are issues sometimes coming and they don't hear it officially from the other branches of government until maybe on social media or somewhere. So coordination is all about, say the executive is supposed to do something. Let's say talking about rice. Like you hear the Commerce Minister talking about rice all the time. They believe sometimes before we even come to the public with this, we can discuss it among ourselves as branches of government, particularly the legislature and the executive, because the judiciary is non-political. So you can't get any involved in these usual political situations. But for example, the budgetary process. It's better to talk to them in detail before you arrive at finalization of some of the documents that we have to deal with, because if you do that, then the process is coordinated, and if it's coordinated, then everyone is a part of the decision. But if it is not done and decisions are taken and people got some reservation, then there's like a problem. So basically, the setting was how to strengthen coordination. Because mind you, the law says you got 3 separate coordinate branches of government. So coordination is key to what all these branches of government can do together to portray and reflect a single government running the country. And that's exactly what the president talked about.
In the president's statement, he talked about charting new course. Tell me about it, new course.
Just to strengthen coordination. That new course is see coordination strengthen more and more amongst the 3 branches of the government.
Honorable Minister, like you put it rightly, members from the Judiciary branch and members from the House of Representatives. I'm making emphasis on the House of Representatives because recently the Speaker did complain about being struggle-related, in terms of budgetary support, and you just mentioned it here. What was that conclusion? What did the president say to the speaker relating to that in terms of supporting the House of Representatives budgetary support?
So there is a budget. Don't forget that there's a budget. If there were hurdles in quickly allotting resources for the different branches of government, as a result of this gathering, as a result of this working those processes will be improved. The speaker was not giving an impression that they are not being supported because the budget is low. So when you have money in the budget for the legislature, for example, for the judiciary, it has to be executed. I think what the speaker was concerned about was timely respond to allotments, that they need to run their own activities. As a result of this gathering, there was agreement among ourselves that those processes will be improved, they will be strengthened, and if there are resources in the budget that belong to the different branches of government, the process of getting them up will be worked on much easier so that all the branches of government can function effectively, because what we need is not just one branch of government functioning, it's all 3 branches of the government effectively functioning to deliver to the people.
Minister, this could be a takeaway ready for the public. Did the president ever concern about the recent, most trending issue about the 50K the House of Senate spend? And did he really concern about that? And perhaps did the Senate Pro Tem also talk about that?
We didn't come to discuss the operation of the different branches of government. We cannot call a sitting with the president to discuss what the Senate did or what the House of Representatives did. No. It was just to bring some of the key issues on the table, and basically, like I said, have to strengthen coordination amongst ourselves as 3 separate but coordinated branches of the government, because in the end, all the 3 branches of government are important as far as delivering service to the people. For example, if you went to the court and you don't have justice, right? And the court really are not open because they don't have money to open the court. It's a part of the governance process. If the legislatures are supposed to be having public hearing and passing laws, if they don't have the money they need to do it, it's a problem for the overall governance process. The executive executes, right, programs on behalf of the government. Right. If they don't have the money they need to execute the projects, it's a problem. So how do we coordinate in a stronger way that everything just moves in sequence and effectively? That's exactly what this was about.
Mr. Minister, was the president coerced to call for this gathering?
What kind of question is it?
I'm asking because
It doesn't make sense to me. Coerce? Who coerces the president? Any other question?
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister.
Thank you so much, Aki. So that's Liberia's information minister, Minister Jeremy Pia, briefing the media after a very long meeting convened by His Excellency President Joseph Nyoma Boakai right here from the EJS ministerial complex in Congo Town. So the entire government is being represented here from the legislature. You have the Speaker, the Senate Pro Tem, also the Vice President, and from the executive, of course, you saw the President chairing the entire meeting, and from the Judiciary, you saw the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia, Her Honor Justice Siana Yo. So the Information Minister said basically the major reason of which the President convened this meeting is to see how best to strengthen the coordination process of the government. Besides, he also wanted to listen to members from the judicial branch in terms of budgetary support. Of course, the judicial branch recently complained that they were strangulated, they received low budgetary support. So the president did call for this meeting to listen to them, and that was done. That also was done to the House of Representatives. Recently we heard the Speaker, J. Frandukova, attempting to close down the legislature due to low budgetary support. According to the Information Minister, that was also discussed. And according to the Information Minister, he said the Speaker actually did not really complain about low budgetary support, but he complained about the processing aspect, that the time it takes for members of the legislature to receive the budget or the benefits. It takes so long. That was what the Speaker was referring to. That's according to the Information Minister. Okay, folks, so that's it. Thanks so very kindly for following. This is Spoon TV, and I'm Sylvester Chirople. The government official spokesperson, Honorable Jeremy Pia, has spoken, and of course, that's it. Thanks so very kindly.